Hello and welcome everybody. This is your commentator and we'll be back here for another Wi-Fi battle. And this is actually going to be a special battle today, as this is going to be my first round battle of a PU tournament that is being hosted by FooFoo and Pokemon. And if you want more details on that, you can find a link to the website in the description. Anyways, first off, before we get into the battle, I wanted to thank Pokemon and FooFoo for organizing this, because PU is a fun tier and we don't see enough of it. So yeah, let's get into the teams. I have Rotom Freeze, Walrein, Gramble, Raichu, Hypno, and Raticate is my opponent. Butter Tank, his link will also be in the description, has Castform, Huntail, Rapidash, Pupitar, Baltoy, and Cottony. So the things I gotta watch out for, the threats are the Castform, the Huntail because they can set up Shell Smash, the Rapidash if it's physically offensive, and the Cottony. So yeah, let's get into the battle. So I'm gonna decide to lead off with my Rotom Freeze, because I had three things I could have led off with: this, the Raichu, or the Raticate, because I have Volt Switch on two of my Pokemon, and then U-turn on my Raticate. And she decides to lead off with this Cottony, which doesn't good for me because I could have gone straight for the Blizzard, but I decided to go for the Volt Switch, expecting him to switch out, but he just decides to go for a Substitute, and I get a first turn crit on the sub. So hacks will be coming. Or as far as the turn 1 makes it seem. Now he wants to decide to switch out his Cottony into Pupitar, as I decide to go into my Raticate to get the Toxic Orb activated, as I just go for the U-turn. And seeing that damage on the Pupitar afterwards, I know that thing is not defensive, but during the battle I thought it was defensive the entire time. But then we can get that damage afterwards to my Walrein that I bring in. It's definitely a banded set, and I go for the Toxic, predicting him to switch out because I have to Surf on this thing, and he wouldn't even want to take an Ice type move either. But he knows better than me, and he stays in because he has a Lumberry. So now I have to switch out because I don't want to get hit with another Stone Edge. Is I go into Raichu as mainly fodder because I don't really need this Raichu, even though it's an Assault Vest Raichu, and I live that on 6 HP. And I decided to just go straight for the the Focus Blast instead of the Volt Switch, because I wanted to. I thought he was gonna stay in and try to take me out, but I also wanted to take him out as well. But he makes the better play, goes into his Cottony to resist my Focus Blast, and then he Encores me into it, and then sets up the Leech Seed. So I'm like, ugh. Then I almost take him out with that third Focus Blast, and then the Leech Seed kills me. So yeah. And now I decided to bring in the Raticate, as he decides to switch out and go into his Rapidash, as I goes for the U-turn again. Just got what he wanted to go into, or just get some good damage and kill off that Whimsicott at the same time. I mean, that Cottony at the same time. Now I go into my specially defensive Hypno. I love this Hypno. It's a dual screening Hypno with Switcheroo. So yeah, I'm gonna set the light screen this turn. One, seeing the Toxic, mainly seeing him mainly wanting to go for the making him a special set, because if it's the done deal set, it'll have Flamethrower, Toxic, Morning Sun. And then on the switch out, I'm gonna go for the Reflect just in case he decides to be physical as well, because you never know. And now Whimsicott's just gonna die. He's gonna go for the Leech Seed. I thought he was gonna Encore me, which would have been awful if he Encored me, but then I'm just able to take him out with a Psychic because he didn't Encore me. So down goes the Whimsicott, and now I'm up. I think it's 6-5 so far. Now he goes into his Huntail. And I don't want him to set the Shell Smash on me, so I'm going to go out into my Scarf Rotom Freeze. He just decides to go for the Crunch to take out my Hypno. And this whole battle, I wanted him to. I was thinking he was a Shell Smasher. As you'll see later, he turns out not to be, as I predicted him to go into the Pupitar to take my Volt Switch because he's a Rock Ground type, and hence why I went for the Blizzard. But he makes a good switch and goes into his Rapidash. Now I'm gotta go back out into my Hypno as he makes the double switch. This time going out into his Castform. And now I thought this thing would have had Life Orb after seeing the Sunny Day, but he decides to go for the Sunny Day and turns into the Sun form. But like I said, I thought he would have Life Orb, which is why I go for the Switcheroo to give him my Light Clay and take his Life Orb. But he turns out to have the Heat Rock, which is okay. if he survives and the sun goes away, he can't go for the sunny day again. Well, it won't stay for 8 turns. Well, he just goes with the Fire Blast. It does good damage, but not enough because I'm specially defensive, and I get the special defense drop on the Psychic. Now the light screen wears off, and it goes for another Fire Blast. It hits, and I die. So, Hypno goes down. And now I had to go into my Assault Vest Gramble. Not Assault Vest, the Choice Banded Gramble. I wish it were Assault Vest, I only have one. But he misses the Fire Blast, and I was able to hit him with the Earthquake and kill him off. That turn that you saw that I go into Gramble, I could have just switched into Eradicate and not taken any damage if the Fire Blast hit on my Gramble. But at the time I didn't think about it. Now he goes into Battle Toy, so I switch out Wall Rain, into Wall Rain. As he goes for the Toxic, which is a good play. As now this turn, I forget that the sun is up, and I just want to go for the Surf to get nice damage on whatever Pokemon this thing or whatever wants to come in. And he goes into his Rapidash, and I go for something like, yes, I'm going to get big damage to the Surf. And then there's, see that? Like, nope. The sun is up, and he's most likely physically doesn't deal with especially defensive set. I'm like, cry. Single tear. Anyways, now he's gonna go for the Flamethrower. Even though I'm not thick that, I can still take that. I'm Ice Body, because I think Ice Body is a better Wall Rain ability. Because I just end up going for the Toxic with it. I should have actually done the last turn, because he wouldn't want to stand on a Wall Rain with Battle Toy, so I could have just gone for the Toxic anyways. But whatever. Now, let's see. I die off to the Poison. Now let's see. What do I do? I'm going to go into Eradicate. Yes, because I now know I'm going to be faster than everything on field. And everything that he has left. And I can just Facade all the things. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Facade on the Switch. And I'm going to do big damage to the Battle Toy. Holy crap, look at that damage. Guts Eradicate's too good. And then I can take him out with another Facade. Holy crap. I love Eradicating the PU tier. Holy crap. Wow, I think holy crap a lot. That goes into his Pupitar. And I go for the U-turn, 1, thinking he would kill, and 2, still thinking he was defensive. But I should have known he was like a banded offensive set, seeing the damage before on my Wall Rain from the Stone Edge. But then I make the safe switch, middle ground, going into my Gramble to get the Intimidate off, as those Stone Edges won't be doing nearly enough. And now I'm going to kill him off with a Choice Banded Earthquake. Now he goes down, and he goes back out into his Huntail, as he has 2 Pokemon left, this Huntail and the Rapidash, I believe. Because I still don't want him to go for a Shell Smash. I thought the entire time he had Shell Smash. So I go back into my Scarf Rotom. As he doesn't have it, I go for the Thunderbolt. And takes him down to his Focus Sash, as he has the Focus Sash. And then he gets the Paralysis Hacks, and then he gets Haxed on the first turn. I'm sorry, that Hacks could have mattered, definitely mattered, because he could have just Waterfall and killed off my Rotom. And now he goes into his Rapidash to take my next Thunderbolt. Now the poison's racking up, and I gotta go for another Thunderbolt. And almost take it out as he gets off the Morning Sun. I'm like, crap. He's just gonna stall me out, isn't he? He has to do for Toxic and Morning Sun. But because of the Toxic damage that's racking up, he's going to switch out and sack off his Huntail, which is obviously a good play because now the Toxic damage gets reset. As now his last Pokemon, as you know, is the Rapidash. I'm going to go for Thunderbolt, and it's not going to quite take him out. Oh, excuse me. As his Flamethrower is going to take him out. It's going to take me out, actually. So down goes my Rotom Freeze. Rotom Freeze did a good amount in this battle. I love it. And now I'm just going to decide to go into my Eradicate, as I will be outspeeding, and I'm going to kill him off with a Facade. So that's going to be the game. I move on to the second round. Hope you guys enjoy. Root for me in the tournament. I'll see you for the next Wi-Fi battle. Peace, and good night, everybody.